Hi. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this lesson, and it's the last lesson in July. And we're going to complete the globalizations topics as much as we can by today. So in August, we're going to start most of the time, we'll be doing all the questions, SVQ and SEQ, right? So thank you, Chelsea, that they remind me. Uncle Raymond, do I have all the set of formula right, Chelsea? Right. Thank you so much. I真的没有想到. Hey, sorry, I had to speak English. I didn't really think of the whole, what do you call, wait, I meet Ziying first.
Wait, sure.
Who is that?
Me, Yang Xiang, me.
Oh, okay, yes.
Wait, for some reason, right, my camera is not working.
Don't laugh lah. You actually don't want to see my face.
No, I'm not. I'm legit.
I put crewmate purposely lah.
No, legit. Cannot. I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah, legit. You see, got pretty girl here, don't want to see. Never mind. Ziying and Danny, 算了吧. Let's forget about it, man. No, it's okay, guys. Don't worry. Okay. Now, I like to hear the way you laugh and smile. That is supposed to be. We got 2 months. I tell you what, Ziying, yesterday was really a nightmare to me. You know why not, Ziying? Because your last one come here, so I want to torture you. So yesterday, I was doing my first aid with my police. I don't want to see me now, purposely lock off the camera already. Okay, never mind. Then talk to Danny. Okay, Ziying, what happened? I was doing first aid. I was so confident that I can do my 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 1 and 2 and 4 and 10. And everyone 1 time, 2 time pass already. Your poor uncle had to do 4, 5 times, the 5th time there and pass it. I was so embarrassing. Out of the 26 police officers, I'm the last one to pass. So can you imagine, so embarrassing, right? Then everyone finished it. Okay, all done already, all passed. Then I'm the last one to raise out. Sir, I failed. 5th time. So then my God, wow, so stressed. Can you imagine all the 24%, 25, right? Looking at me. Wow, I was like, please. Wow, finally I passed my CPR. That shows something. So Ziying, I can tell my student, hey, be confident, don't scare, no pressure. Hey, bloody hell, I tell you, I got emotional damage when I go in and do it myself, Danny. Okay, so 真的 every time I tell you, hey, don't worry, Taufik, don't worry, Pei Kun, don't worry, Chelsea, you can do it. But then I go in, I was so phobia and knock out. And the last part, finally, I did my theory, I passed with flying color. Okay, so it's not easy, very stressful. What I'm telling you, please need more practice. And guess what? Why my theory score very well? Because I've been doing at least 5 times. And thank God some of the questions came out exactly the same. So I hope for the next 2 months, Taufik, if you can join us, welcome. As Taufik is actually off-site in one of my tuition center. Right, Taufik? Right. Show me a thumbs up if you agree. All right. He actually speaks French. He can't speak English very well. Right, Taufik? Okay, Taufik has been with me for coming how long? 4 years, right? 4 to 5 years, right? Set 1 to set 4 now, right? Yes, thank you. And Taufik will be taking his N-level exam in September, right, Taufik? Yeah, okay. All right, all the best. So I invite him to come in to share with all of us. All right, so later Taufik will be giving us a presentation, right, Taufik? With all your globalization, right? Taufik, correct, Taufik? Ziying, sabo him. Danny, sabo him. Shh, he can't hear us. I mute him already, he can't hear us. All right, Zhao Xian. Anyway, thank you, Chelsea. Joke aside, I really appreciate. I didn't realize I should put in all my formula into one book. Hey, Chelsea, can I do? Chelsea, are you there? Oh, I thought you frozen. Chelsea, can we do co-author? You and I come out social study formula. Then you and I come out all the formulas. I think I should do it.
I've been trying to.
Yes, sir.
I've been trying to collate it into one, so it's easy to refer to. I'm missing quite a bit lah.
No. You know what? You are absolutely right. During my my time in my ex-school Kuochuan, KCPSS, my Kuochuan Presbyterians, I did do collate for all my SS. I'm telling you seriously, I got Lara, I got every single topic from chapter 1 to the last chapter with all the so then how to answer the questions, all the formula into one really a mini booklet. But then once the SS changed into the new syllabus, I really did not follow up really because I really painstakingly drew the SS with that book and all my students follow. And the same for those students who are doing history. I also got this. In fact, now I still have for my history of all the every topic. Like for example, if you do the Treaty of Versailles in history, right, Danny, you know there's this called the ABF. You know, ABS stand for American, Britain, and France, remember? So they call CAR. Also C stand for what? I can't remember. Those are the abbreviations. So Danny, if you want this, I have all the format. And the best thing, Danny, one of these notes was my mentor who has been teaching history for 40 years. 他是我的师傅来的. It's a walking dictionary for history. And then every time I ask, hey, sir, can you help me to spot questions? Most of the time, it's not 50. It's very accurate. But I think he's already retired. I never contact him. He's really the first pioneer history teachers in Singapore. Okay, very good. Seriously, super good. 真的是老前辈啊. Okay, seniors. Okay, so now I would like to go through this homework. So Taufik, you're pretty new, but never mind, you just listen. If I don't call your name, doesn't mean you're not important, but it's good for you to revise through the SBQ, okay? Let's go through the questions that I'm going to share with all of you now. So I think you're ready. You please get your pen and paper. We're going to go through, okay, this one first and foremost. This is extract 1 and 2. Last week we talked about it, right? Zhao Xuan, Bei Kun, and Yang Xiang. Yang Xiang, if you cannot hear me, at least answer me. Don't mind. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So Bei Kun, you came out, the government can ramp out the border spectral. Remember the terrorism, right? Bei Kun. Bei Kun, are you? Bei Kun. Thank you. Then what is the result from extract 2 and 3? What is the stand? So which one? For positive and negative impact, you've done this, right? So I put it here. I hope you guys can print it and then share with, not share, and then look through the answer. Okay, just a quick one. I move on very fast for the benefits of Taufik. So Taufik, this is the questions last week you talked about the terrorism, okay, which is not covered by your syllabus, but just to give you ideas, okay? So these are the next 1 month we are going to do for extract SRQ and SBQ. Yeah, I like Zhao Xuan. Thank you. You give a conclusion. So my advice is when you're doing your SRQ, you please do it in conclusion. So yeah, so Qiao Xing, I also have this magic words I told you before. I Qiao Xing, if you can, you're collating your SS, can you use these 3 magic words? It's called THT. You know what is it? THT stand for?
Though, therefore, and hence.
Hence, thus, not though. Hence, thus, and therefore, okay? This will link to your DERL. Remember? The describe, explain, example, expression, result, and link. So Zhao Xuan, just now you give me the globalizations, you did not express, so what? I got water from Johor, so big deal. So people will feel a sense of what security. I don't need to worry that I got no money to buy water, or even if I got money, I can't buy water. What is the effect? So I feel there's a sense of a peace of mind. Right now, if you want, peace of mind. Okay, thank you. And then remember, I always like to ask this question. Remember, Taufik, for your benefits, race, religions, and terrorism, which is more serious to a country? I always choose religions as one of the most serious, okay, the effect to a country. Of course, you can choose your race, you can choose terrorism, but because this is the most important. Another question is, the day I was looking through, Danny, is the internal and external security of a country. I always believe internal security is more important than the external security. Okay, Danny, do you agree? Okay, can we do this? If you agree internal security, thumbs up. If you agree external security, do a clap. Let's vote now. Let's vote. Come. Then Danny answer. Come. Okay, internal is Chelsea. Taufik, can you vote? Okay, internal got 2 vote ready. Zhao Xuan, Xing Chen. Xing Chen, which one will you choose? Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan, Taufik, which one will you choose? Internal security or external security? It's important to Singapore. External. Okay, Bei Kun also internal. So you can see, Taufik, which one do you think? Internal. Taufik. Okay, so you realize that internals are important. Very simple, Danny, your turn. You explain, please. So I move out this one.
Choose as internal because like you live in the country itself, the external wouldn't affect you if the external threat wouldn't affect for example Singapore if like Singapore's itself the border securities and are like effective, so like it wouldn't get harmed by the external threats unless you fly overseas, and then you live in Singapore like for every day unless you're on like trips and everything, so you actually spend more time in Singapore, so it's like the security here is more important as it will affect you more than like external threats.
Thank you very much. How about you, Zhao Xuan? Which one do you think, I mean, based on you, the one you select internal, right? Zhao Xuan. Zhao Xuan, can you reply? Thank you.
Of course, internal for Singapore, for multiracial
Multi,
Singapore.
not multi. Why can't it sun Thai?
Multi or
Okay, carry on.
multiracial country, right? Is very important lah. Cause the internal security can like make the citizen in the Singapore feel more secure and safe, and they can like make the whole country more secure and safe, and then more people will like choose to come to Singapore to like live and invest because they already have the impression that Singapore is a safe country.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Pei Kun?
I think internal security is more important because if a country can't manage its internal affairs, like it also can't manage the external affairs properly. Because like the people in the country like may actually like do strikes or protest because they do not have security, or maybe like there will be gang wars, like which country again?
Sorry?
Like what is the country that's having a gang war right now?
Okay, so internal security is important, huh? Thank you. How about you, Xing Chen? Which one, internal or external security? And please explain your stand. Can we don't waste too much time because we got a lot of things to share? If you really got no idea, please say pass. If not, please say quickly. Thank you, please. Xing Chen.
Pass.
Okay, my advice is if you can say something, because imagine this is exam, you cannot go to the exam say pass. Huh? Okay, thank you. May I have Yang Xiang? What do you think? Internal or external?
Internal.
Yes, please.
Wait.
I'll come back to you, Xing Chen.
Wait, I pass first. Wait, I need to think.
Chelsea?
I believe that internal is more important than external, especially in the current world, because as soon as someone wants to go to war, the most likely what to happen would be mutually assured destruction, because most of the powers in the world nowadays have nuclear missiles, nuclear weapons, that if they were going to war, like all out war, like the World War I and II, most likely what happen would be the world will be in ruins. So that means external security isn't really as important, as people don't really want to go into such a like dire situation. Then internal security is more important, as like the people living in this country are the ones who, in a democratic country, vote for the leaders. So if the people are happy with what the leaders are doing, they will vote for them to continue what they're doing. However, if they feel unhappy or unsafe with what the leaders' laws and or what the leaders are doing, they wouldn't want to vote for them. So this is a representative democracy. In this kind of situation, internal security would allow the leaders to stay in power for the longest amount of time. Thus, they would want to assure that the internal security is at the best it can be.
Thank you. I love because when you use the word democratic and democracy, I want to last. There are some country with the one with a 50 star and a blue, white, red stripe. You know which country? They talk about democracy. My toes are laughing, man. Danny and Ziying. Democracy, my food, man. 对吗？赵轩讲什么自由人权啊 ？This country, I think they are abusing the word democracy. To be honest. Okay, thank you so much. Back to you, Xing Chen. Okay, never mind, Xing Chen, hold on. Taufik, which one do you think internal or external security is important?
Internal.
Please. Why?
Because yeah, I need to think.
Okay, not too long. Xing Chen. Xing Chen, are you there?
External as Singapore. Yes.
Okay, go. Thank you.
External because I think Singapore relies on its relationship with other countries. So, and most of its consumer goods are imported. So if its relationship with any other country worsens, it will result in lack of trade. So there will be a lack of consumer goods that are imported.
Okay. Any more? No, okay.
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Yang Xiang, your turn, please. Before I give my verdict and my answer.
Internal is more important. Because how to say? Like locals, right? Like people in the country, they pay more attention to like what's going on in the country rather than like what's happening outside the country. Because what's happening in the country can directly affect them, but however, what's happening outside the country may not like directly affect them.
Any more?
No. So
Okay.
that's why, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Taufik. Are you ready, Taufik? Taufik, are you ready?
No.
Can you say something now because we need to move on? Why do you think internal is important?
To protect the data and to be secure so that like terrorists and people who are like dangerous won't enter the country and stuff.
That's all?
Yeah.
Very simple. Thank you, everyone. I think Chao Xing and Yang Xiang, the answer come closest. So much so that recently, a few weeks ago, did you do something very important in school? What is that thing called? Can you tell me? Very important, super important.
Is it racial harmony?
That's right.
Oh.
Yes, the racial harmony. Because we talk so much about a country in diversity, you realize the whole bloody textbook that you're having is about diversity and social harmony, which is called racial harmony, which is also called multiracial, multi-religions and multi-race in that particular country like Singapore. So therefore, internal security is so important. Take very simple, I tell say, right? All of you, you guys buy a beautiful house, right? You don't care what is external happen, right? You definitely want to put a security camera or a security door, 对吗? Ziying, right? You want to protect your internal house. That means you must make sure everything. And then, of course, you give you the passcode to your children, to your whoever who access to your house. Correct or not? Right. Xing Zhen and Zhao Xuan, right? You agree, Zhao Xuan? Right. Hello, Zhao Xuan, are you there? So why internal security? Because if there's no internal, ready? Can you write the triple H? I think I mentioned so many times. Chelsea, can you remember the triple H that I talked about now? This is another abbreviation, the formula. 一个国家没有 harmony. Oh, sorry, I must speak English. A country there is no harmony. There's a 1H. We cannot create a healthy relationship. And then what is the third one? Harmony, healthy, and what? A happy relationship, right? So you see, that's why we got racial harmony. We want to create a happy mood, a healthy relationship. And then you create a harmonious. And the fourth H, if you want to, it's called holistic, right? The holistic, the everything all into one. Agree now, Peikun? Right? So I feel that internal security is very important. You don't want to hang your dirty laundry out and tell people what it is. The moment you hang your dirty laundry out, and the moment you find that internal security is a hole, you give the external people a chance to come in and attack. That's why one of them is a racial riot. That's one of the reasons. And Maria Hartog, if you know about the history of Singapore. There are other ways like the KKK in the US, and even the some attack the Northern Ireland, the Protestant and Catholic, the Sri Lanka, the Sinhalese and the Tamil. And then the Chelsea recently you do the China one, right? The Uyghur, right? The citizen you see. So internal security is very important, protective. I think all of you, sorry Taufik if I speak Mandarin, we all know in Chinese called 家和万事兴, right? So this 家和万事, the family must have a unite. If a family start to broke up, it's just like internal. If a country cannot manage the internal well, the internal security, so no matter how the forces are, things I agree, Singapore need external to beef up their economy, their productivity. But if internally, if we cannot see that the unity of the race and religions, then people will take the advantage to come in to attack the country. Do you agree not, Xiao correct? You agree? So like a husband and wife, if the husband like want to get another third party, or the son want to learn bad things about taking drugs. But if the family start off, with a right foundations, right now, this right now, is the foundation. If you have the foundation right, no matter how external threats like terrorism or people want to attack, no way. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen, the recent case like Zhao Xuan and Beikun, the Ukraine and Russian wars, correct? So with that, you have to understand that why the Ukraine's president is willing to stay back and fight. True enough, they have built up the foundations, the policy that develops the kind of things that we want to be united together. Okay, now let's go through. So just a sharing. Okay, topic clear. So that is where your conclusion. That's why I bring out the feelings on what we have said. Yes, thank you. The 4H. Thank you. Okay, so write down. Thank you, Zhao Xuan, for your help. So this will help you in case if you do not know what to write, and that day, like you see, I panic on Zhao Xuan when doing my first aid. I panic on don't know 1 and 2, that kind of thing. I take a deep breath because I was looking at the machine. The machine was so good now, it's a dummy. But if you press too hard, the breath, you will break the ribs and can tell you break the ribs. The machine is so cool. And then if you press too soft, no compressions, the machine will tell you feel. You see, so I keep looking at the machines, the data until you're right, Taufik, you're looking at the data until the instructor say, Raymond, you better don't look at the data. You just follow my rhythm 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, that kind of thing. So yes, so it's like really I need to concentrate. So the government is putting a lot of series of policy, a series of campaigns, a series of way of the MP who come out to give talks. So this is what I meant, okay? Singapore is a strong proponent of globalizations, this one. Okay, sorry, Taufik, maybe you just quickly go through. I think you all have received this. Okay, now I want you to do the questions, okay? To do the questions. Now, do you know why Singapore is called a little red dog? Anyone can tell me? Whose idea came out the red dog? Anyone? Chelsea? Any idea who came out Singapore is a little red dog? You heard of this before, right? All of you, Yes.
Dot, cause you are literally a dot. you know.
But 为什么不是 purple dot, green dot, blue dot, yellow dot? Why must red dot?
Because we are a busy city, so red.
Wow, so nice of you, huh? Busy city. Okay, fine. I mean, no, Yang Xiang, I'm so sorry. I'm very sarcastic, but not to you. If you can see my face.
Yeah.
I'm sarcastic to that person who says that we are little red dot. Anyone? Thank you for your response. Yes, Zhi. Or Pei Kun, you want to say something?
Like, I think it's a minister from somewhere in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, you're right, man. Thank you. Go and copy this. Okay, I'm not going to go in. Please, you need to read. Okay, can I copy this and bring it to here? Okay, go and read this. It's by the president of Indonesia, Mr. Habibie. You can read out the story, you know why, and they say us little red dot because it's like a small dot burning very brightly. Okay, and he said that we refuse to help him in terms of the crisis. So please go and read out. So this is how little red dot comes about. Okay, and then we respond in a very, very calm and very cool and very creative way of telling these people, yeah, we are little red dot, but we are burning very brightly. Okay, which you are right, Yang Xiang, busy. So being sarcastic to the person, we are red, but we are still hot, but you are not. Well done, Yang Xiang, you might be laughing, right? We are hot, but you are not. Okay, so there's a little red dot. Okay, of course, I'm a Singaporean. I definitely support my country, right? Nothing wrong, right? Okay, it's just like recently, Pei Kun and Zhao Xuan, when I was in another class, my Set 2 class, I'm saying if let's say if China were to go to war with Americans or in Japan, okay, Zhao Xuan, you agree now? The Japanese will still want to attack China. Thousands of years ago and until now, they still want to attack China, in my opinions. Of course, I'm not born in China. My ancestors are from China. I'm a Chinese. I would definitely support my Chinese counterpart. Whereas the Americans, yeah, I know, right? Danny, you study pure history, correct? Right? You know who give us opium to eat now? You know who? Which country now? Danny?
Wait, can you repeat? I didn't understand your question.
Do you know which country gave China opium now? Yeah, okay.
That one not inside.
No inside, yeah, but you know, right? You know, this is GK.
I don't.
That one must know, girl. It's from Britain. So this afternoon, I was sitting down and talking to my mom about this, okay? And which country started slavery? Anyone know? Xiaoxing, you know?
Is it America?
No, it's actually
the French.
Britain. It's the British.
Not French. I thought French use it.
Sorry?
I thought French used slavery more than British.
Yes, they are together. They are brothers. They are quite close. You are right. Both, yes, they are both brothers. They took. That's why France got colonies in Africa, same as Britain. You see, right? So you look at the past history until now, they still like to colonize people. Okay, sorry, I'm not against anything, but this history speaks volume by itself. So the little red dot, take note of this. In case you come out in your exam in future, if you are in your A level, we'll talk about this. Yeah, thank you, Zhao Xuan. I read, you correct now. Huh? Hey, hello, we all, how many million of people? Less than 5 million people helping 200 million. Hey, it's really 大巫见小巫, 小巫见大巫, a small house to big house supporting Zhao Xuan. A small country, a little bit dot only. Yang Xiang, now you know why I'm being sarcastic. If we only have one dot only, how to help the whole entire people will win. And then every year you start burning, and then all the haze come to Singapore. No wonder we are little red dot lah. Then how to help you? We all every time cough and cough. How to help you? Some minister talk no sense one, just for the sake of for the sake of getting to talk. So please, very dangerous. All right, so let's go to the first questions. May I have your attention, please, and do it now. First questions. I'm going to do quickly. If you can, you type in the answer. What does the source tell you about the effect of globalization on Singapore? Explain your answer using the detail from the source. So this, before your attempt, for goodness sake, please, look at the mark here. Pei Kun, how many marks is that? 5 marks, right? Pei Kun, are you there? Okay, so how many inference must we have? Okay, ready? 2 inference, Pei Kun. Okay, so this is source A. I told you before, right? 4 corners. Let's go. Taufik, you can wait for the answer. If you want, you can do. So 4 corners. So this one is toil. So what? And then this is a tsunami wave. And then the 4 corner all about wave. And then, oh, there's a little red dot here. And then this one, the economy ups and down. So Zhao Xuan, you saw just now, you sent to the whole class, right, about this one? Okay. So please give me your answer. Thank you. This one is from whose? Is it from Pei Kun or Zhao Xuan's? Is it from your exam paper? Anyone? No. Danny, is it yours? No, right? Ziyi, no, right? Not definitely not Chelsea, not Pei Kun. Yang Xiang, is it yours?
No.
Okay, so that means it's mine. Okay.
What are we supposed to do?
Okay, you do question number 1. Right? Look at this question number 1. Study source A, right? What does the source tell you about the effect of globalization on Singapore? Explain your answer using the detail from the source. Of course, you must read your background information here.
Rachel, wait, I'm taking picture. I take picture of the question.
Okay, quite okay, guys. Let's do it now. I make it smaller so that you all can take the pictures if you can. Okay, guys, done. Hey, you all finished all your oral already, All of you finished already, right?
Yes.
Danny haven't finished,
Mine tomorrow.
All the best, all the best. And you guess what, Danny? 2 of my students today told me, they did this. Oh, by the way, may I wish happy Teacher's Day in advance. One of them said, oh, too early, got 2 more months to go. Anyway, thank you. Okay, the other one was like, the teacher was shocked. Oh my gosh. Oh, seriously, thank you very much. But that doesn't add much to your oral. It's like, hello, excuse me, Chair, you're very lame, no? I wish you, because I respect you, just say that, that's all. I didn't ask for much, you know? If this one, everyone happy Teacher's Day, told you fun, this is to show that I'm being courteous. But I told this little girl, my goddaughter, say, well done. Because in future, when you dare to say this to a teacher, that means you are open up your heart and soul to people already. You are willing to, using your inference, your usefulness and reliability skill, and dare to approach people. He used to be very shy on Danny. She used to be very scary cat, and always during when he was primary school, he got bullied in school. Okay, take note, done. And then look at this one here. Okay, if you want to refresh, let me read to the class. Singapore is a strong proponent of globalizations. Arguably, no other place on earth has so engineered itself to prosper from globalizations and succeeded at it. I make it bigger, sorry, just in case. One more 10%. Okay. Its forefather realized at the point of its independence that beside good governance, it needed to ride the tides. Oh my goodness, ride the tides sounds like source A, right? Ride the tides of globalization to grow and prosper. Today, the government continues to encourage multinational companies to come to Singapore and advocates global free trade, which is what Sington has mentioned. Back to you, Danny, since tomorrow you're having oral. Will you mind please read the next paragraph?
In June 2016, Britain voted to leave the largest trading bloc in the world. In November 2017, Donald Trump became the President of the United States and vowed to withdraw from US from major trade deals. Elections in Europe also appear to favor parties advocating more protectionist policies rather than open economies and free trade. In the midst of these changes, Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong announced the setting up of the Committee on the Future Economy. The CFE came to the conclusion that globalization is still the way ahead for Singapore and identified 7 strategies for Singaporeans to stay ahead in a challenging global climate. The Future Economy Council is subsequently formed to oversee the implementation of the recommendations put forth by the CFE and to drive the growth and transformation of Singapore's economy for the future.
Okay, so all the time we're talking about how Singapore from the past, from a fishing village to the present, to what we have today in a very high-tech, which we call paradigm shift, from a fishing village to now the high-tech country like Singapore into a developed countries. And that all goes to our forefathers. So just like your study, you got ups and downs, you got wave of challenges, wave of maybe a stress and wave of unforeseen circumstances to make what you are today. So what happened is that, can someone tell me about these things called 中国的一条龙? What is that in Chinese? This called the what? The one belt, one trade, is it? What is that? One belt, one trade. Taufik, you need to know this. They are linking to with India's, I think Indians are supporting, was it the US now? Or I'm very confused about India's point of view. Because they are not very they are very supportive of the Russians for attack Ukraine, if I'm not wrong. So they're buying oil from Russia. Then in China, there's one belt, one road or something like that, right? So it's talking about globalizations. But a lot of European countries become protectionist because they want their brand to be showing off to the world. They want to prosperous their brand. Nothing wrong. But sometimes because of, you know about the BRICS exit, right? Zhao Xuan, you know the BRICS exit out of Europe, right? Beikun, you know about that, right? Ziying, are you there? Hello, Ziying, are you there? Yeah, thank you. Oh, well, you magic one, come on. Okay, so well, suddenly got come on one. Okay, so this is the parts where the background information, those questions, for goodness sake, Beikun, when you're doing your prelim in August, please underline 5 or 6 sentences like this, so that can help you to answer the questions, okay? So they say, study the following sources to assess whether globalization is the best way ahead of Singapore. And no need to say, it's confirmed that it's definitely a best way, but which way is the best? So the first question asks you about this. Okay, let's go. Okay, done ready? Can you all take a picture? Ready? And because I'm going to move out to this one here. And I'm going to type in the answer. Okay, done? So the question again, Taufik, just in case you did not take the questions, is what does the source tell you about the effect of globalization on Singapore? Explain your answer using details. Quite tough, huh? This one is quite tough, huh? I give you the hint, okay, guys. You look at this ball here, it's above the wave, right, Jiao Xing? It's not inside the wave. So a big hint, guys. Ziying, Danny, and Xing Chen, take note, Beikun and Taufik, is above the wave. Get it? So when you look at the picture, be careful. Now you know why the corner, 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corner, 4 corners. Okay. Okay, let's go. Please type your answer now. Sorry, I have to move up to here, so I'm waiting for answer. What is the 2 inference about this globalization here? From next week onwards, if you can, if you have printer, print it out. If not, you download the PDF. So next week onwards from August, if you have a tablet and a computer, that will be good. One tablet is used to look through all the questions. The other one is my screen. So at least you must have a handphone and tablet. At least you need 2 gadgets during the lesson, okay? Best. If you have 3 gadgets, by all means. If you need to log in another gadgets, by all means, okay? So please download. Anyway, if can, I think I will download this PDF since I have all your WhatsApp email, WhatsApp, so I may want to send you directly, so easier for you, huh? But at the same time, I'll send to JLC, okay? So if you look at the time, guys, from the Straits Times of December 2017, so definitely it's positive, right? Jiao Xing. 为什么? Uncle Raymond so biased one. Why?
Straits Times is a newspaper run by the government.
Yeah, it's a national newspaper. So definitely must say something good, right? Depends, huh? But you're right. Okay, so it's positive.
Our teacher said what? Straits Times is it's not run by the government though.
It's not really run by government, seriously. Okay, okay. I will just look at my expression. Okay. Yeah, fine. Fine.
I don't know, cause like the last time we wrote the what beyond content paragraph, and then we wrote that Straits Times is biased, and then she gave us wrong.
我的笑声讲得很明显。You can tell your teacher 咯， write something lah, see what we get. You can tell her. Okay. I'm not working in MOU. I didn't say anything wrong about Straits Times, right? Right. I'm definitely pro PAP and pro the government, but not every government thinks I agree. True or not? Danny, you definitely love your daddy a lot, sir. But not everything your daddy say you agree. True or not? But that doesn't mean you hate your daddy. True. I can use the word hate very strong with you, right? But you only dislike certain things. Okay. For example, Danny, imagine Saturday you finish your O-level already, okay? Then you go and work part-time. Then your daddy say, no, girl, you must come back by 9 p.m. Huh? You don't agree, what? Maybe sometimes you work already, you want to go out with your friends. So again, Straits Times, it's true that it doesn't run by governments. But if anything to write something against the government, how you feel? Taufik, I don't want to see your ceiling, don't mind. All right, I want to see your face there, please. Taufik, are you there? I don't want to see your ceiling. Please show your full face. I said Yang Xiang because the camera is not working. So Danny, I'm not saying your teacher is wrong, right? But because you must know that if you look at this recently Straits Times was run by a general called the Ambraj. Remember the word Ambraj? Recently they used that word there. Okay, Straits Times is not okay. What about Danny? What about, do you think the MediaCorp is it run by the government? You know it's MediaCorp, right? The Channel 5, Channel 8, the Channel News Asia. Do you think it's run by government?
No, but it's linked to the government.
No, right? It's definitely not run by governments. Seriously. And recently, I watched a lot of China drama like 加油吧, 加油妈妈, or those China's movies. Every time I look at it, to me, it's very pro-governments, like, encourage people to get married, to have children, to be family bondings, right? Do you see that any show in China that is anti-China or anti this and that or pro? No, what? They are not run. Okay, you are saying China is a communist country, fine. They are controlled by state of government. The only things that I can tell you is not run by governments, to me, my personal opinion, will be the CNN, CNN, NBC, okay, those American TV network. They can say anything if they want to. They can even say that the president no good, anything. True enough. So if you ask me, yes, Straits Times may not be 100% run by governments. Would you want Straits Times to say something bad about governments and spoil the fabric of the society in Singapore?
No.
I'm so sorry to say, recently got this thing about the death sentence, right? A lot of people are protesting it, right? So how? Right, Zhao Xuan, you know, right? The death sentence about hanging these drug traffickers, a person who sell drugs. I'm very supportive of death sentence. Okay, why, Zhao Xuan? The Opium War has left me a very deep scar in me. 如果你知道鸦片是多么害人的，白粉是一定是家破人亡。It's going to destroy the whole family. Okay, guys, are you done? If you are done, please send your answer now, and I'm going to put it in here. All right. So I should have 6 answers. 2, 4, 6, 7 answers. So you need inference 1 and 2. Of course, you can give me 1 inference for this practice. But like I say, it's better to have a backup 2 inference, Taufik. Okay? So when you're doing 5 marks, it's best to have 2 inference, just in case one of the inference happen to be hiccup, you don't know. Oh, bye-bye, good luck. Thank you. Wow, Zhao Xuan, today you're fired up. This girl is on fire. No, but this boy is on fire, not this girl. Okay, let's look at the answer. Singapore is thriving from globalization. The image show a ball. Can we use a little red dot, a ball representing Singapore bouncing on the wave made by globalizations? This suggests that Singapore is coping with globalizations well and in fact is benefiting and getting a boost from globalization. Therefore, Singapore is doing well and thriving from globalization. I didn't say it's correct or wrong, huh?
Sure. Sure, can show the thing again. I deleted the photo.
Okay, 等一下. I want to put, hold on.
Okay.
I want to put Danny's answer first. Yeah, I put Danny's before I forget. Okay, let's go back to the photo. So, Zhao Xuan, the little hint is quite good, huh? The hint, toil.
Wait, the question is what?
This one. What does the source tell you about effects of globalization on Singapore?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. A bit troublesome, sorry, children. I have to leave up and down like that. Okay. So, Zhao Xuan, if I don't show you this one, just now you won't know, right? Now you understand. After you read already, you feel very frustrated, right? Can you imagine it's like a gangster, 黑社会? No, you are a small businessman, then suddenly 那个大集团, hey, 我要跟你收保护费, huh? It's like, huh? You're not very stupid, I want to take your money from you. I find it's extortion. Okay, let's read Danny's answer. Sources tell me, yes, exactly. I'm waiting for this. Please do not put there this source. What source? My grandmother, my grandfather's source. You must put source A. In exam, please be more specific. Source A tells me that the survival of Singapore is dependent on globalizations. Whoa. Explain shows a picture portraying the trends of globalizations as wave after wave. I prefer wave after wave. And Singapore has a dot where when the wave is at its lowest point, the dot is also goes down and vice versa. Whoa, I like this, man. I like this. I definitely like this because of the word you use, vice versa. This means that globalization has significant impact on Singapore has when the global economy is low, the globalization will be slow and hence Singapore will suffer and being affected greatly. Right now, I don't touch your things up. I don't want to touch it and affected greatly. So when the global economy is prospering, Singapore will prosper too. Hence, Singapore's survival is crucial. Links with globalization. 谢谢你. Thank you. Back to Qiao Xing. Qiao Xing, give me the answer already. Qiao Xing, where are you? Okay. I leave it to you. Xing Tan and the rest, please, if you can, submit. Because it will definitely help you. Okay, let's go to smart boy. You put SG and sub form, but exam don't do that. Qiao Xing, please. From source A, I can infer that globalization led to an economic. I don't want to change an economics benefits to SG. The ball labeled as SG is bouncing on the wave with graph of rising stock price. Wow, 你这个 confirm 是做 financial 的。哇 stock price, I like the word. It's true. You are absolutely right. It's the stock market. This suggests that SG has benefited from globalizations, making the country more prosperous and progressive. Don't use one word. At least use 2P. If you want to say Uncle Raymond is ugly, you just say that is very awful. And what is the other A? Definitely not awesome. What is the other A? Absolutely ugly. Okay? Right, Zing, correct. If you want to say me handsome, of course, I'm always know I'm handsome, but shit. Okay. And thus, I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm an English teacher. I don't like start a sentence with N. I do not like to start a sentence with N. I'm serious. Okay? Because recently when I'm teaching my international students, I don't know why they like to use the word N. And then they use like then. You know, Zhao Xuan. Then. And then the then is THEN. not THAN. You know the difference of Pei Kun? Okay. So then and task, instead of N, why don't you just put that task? No need to put N already. Okay. So task globalization has benefited Singapore immensely. Okay. Who's next? Okay, all the three answers acceptable. Zhao Xuan, you only give one inference. 不是Zhao Xuan. Qiao Xing, you only give one example, right? Nothing wrong, huh? So some teacher will give you full marks, huh? I will not give you full marks. I'm so sorry. Like I say, I'm very, very OCD. I will have 2 inference. So the most you get 3 to 4 marks for that, Qiao Xing. Okay, I leave it to you, don't mind. Of course, for the rest also got 4 marks. I will not give full marks unless I find your answer is very, 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 very fascinating. Okay, any more? Ziying, Yang Xiang, Pei Kun, Taufik, Xing Chen, are you ready? I can't wait for too long. I hope you all understand. This is also to test you for the alertness and creativities on the actual exam. So you must immediately give at least less than a 30-second thoughts. You have to come out your answer with you. You cannot take your own sweet time to answer. Okay, while waiting for the rest of the answer, I want to jump to these questions. Okay, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you, Yang Xiang. So source B, look at source B. Why was the article published on this website? Explain your answer. So this source B is talking about the purpose. 6 mark, purpose. Source C and D, after reading source C, are you surprised by source B? Explain. So C itself, you must write surprise and not surprise. And then you have to weigh the limited reliability. All right, that's 7 marks. Study source E and F. Both sources, you see, surprise is usually reliability, sorry. Okay, so here will be more reliability. This usefulness, there's a limiter. So you have to say one paragraph useful and second paragraph not useful, and then explain the limited reliability. And this one, source C, I'm sorry. Question C, we are talking about CCC, cross-referencing to the critical path analysis from the provenance, cross-referencing to another source, okay, right? Okay, I want to do E later. I want to do E. Copy down the questions. Using source in this case study, explain how far you agree with this claim. So we're going to go through all the analysis of the sources. Just give me a minute. Let me put Yang Xiang answer inside here. May I? Where is your name? Where is your name? I can't find your name. Yes, I found your name here. What Yang Xiang say is that I can infer from source A that Singapore economy is dependent on globalization. This is supported by source A, which shows a ball representing Singapore bouncing with the wave in a way which is such that waves are low, the ball is low, and when the wave is high, the ball bounces high. This suggests that when the global economy is bad, Singapore's economy will not be good as well. But when the global economy is good, Singapore economies will oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. I love this, man. Skyrocket. Well done. Well said. Thank you, Yang Xiang. Any more? Let me give my own answer for A. It shows that source A tells me that Singapore being a little red dot, because if you look through all these, they talk about little red dot. So you have to use a little red dot instead of the ball. Okay, seriously. Okay, because of this, you based on you nothing wrong to use a ball. Some teacher will mark you correct, but they won't mark you wrong, nothing wrong. Because this is a black and white picture, Chelsea. Unless the source got color, then you can say, but if you say little red dot, some teacher might be, well, how you know is this a red dot? It cannot be black dot, man. Okay, so I would start off. Source A tells me Singapore being a little red dots are taking a ride and a wave and goes on the like a tsunami wave of stock market. I rather use the stock market because It's all, you look at the wave itself, you look at a graph, and then it's up and down based on the economic's performance. So you can use the word right now. It's based on the economic situation and performance. Okay, 赵学明白啊，写下来啊 because sometimes I forget. So it's to do with the performance and talk about the productivity as a global, okay? The productivities of the entire globe that affect the entire performance, 3P already, and depends on how Singapore can profit from this globalization's effect. So 4P already. Okay, so if you want to use the 5Ps, that sometimes these economic rights or these globalizations may provide a very peaceful means of returns. That means Singapore what? Because of globalization, it increased employments and job opportunities as well as investment. Okay, that's why this tells you, right? You see, so it's saying that this Straits Times was saying that, look, be positive. We are waving on top right now. We are riding on top of the wave. We are taking a ride on the wave. That means you can see a much bigger pictures. We are not sinking to it. Get it now? That's my own opinion. We are riding on the wave. And do you like to do surfing now? Ziying and Danny and the rest. You know surfing? You know surfing? Those surfing board. Right? No, when you surf out one, it's damn nice on the effect. I love surfing. Okay, when I was young, I always use that thing to surf. But when it comes down, when the wave crashes on you, the effect is like very demoralizing, right? But then again, you start to take the surfboard and then race again and ride again and surf again and go above. So once you're above the waves, you can see the whole entire beach. It's so nice. Get it now? You can have this thing called kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope means the whole scene that they can see. So when Singapore is riding on the wave, they are giving Singapore a clearer, a much better picture to see the entire economy. Okay. So now you understand why, Taufik, are you there? Oh, Taufik is not there. So when you know of this plus, minus, and neutrals is very important. Taufik, are you there? Ziying answer. Please don't turn off camera, please. All right. If you turn off camera, please don't come in. Please turn on. The whole lesson must be on your camera. Even unless you go toilet, you just leave it there. Do not turn off. I'm very OCD. Ziying, where's your answer? Oops, no more. Where is your name? Oh, Ziying, you are the first one. Sorry. I put you as VIP. VIP room, you see. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Okay. Ziying says that from source A, I can infer that globalization has a positive impact on Singapore. That's the way you write, everyone. In fact, now you guys got it ready. Well done. That's how you start off. In the cartoon, it shows the dots labeled as Singapore that is above the wave of economies. This represents that Singapore is faring much better. Therefore, what? You must add the last sentence. Therefore, this shows that Singapore is on a very safe and positive in the globalization world. Okay, thank you. Now, while waiting for the rest of the answer, let's go to one by one because we are doing source E. Yeah, we got other things to teach you. So hopefully, guys, for question, look, listen. Yang Xiang, I can't see you. Hopefully for B, C, and D. Okay, these 3 questions y'all can do as homework and hand it to me next week please, because I got things. Okay, use this source. So now I want you guys ready. Can you get a piece of paper to draw 3 columns? Okay, source. That means what is this? Agree, not agree, or neutral. 明白吗? Understand? Agree, not agree, or neutral. That means no. Okay, let me talk I start first. So I don't want to hear your answer plus or minus of you. My answer, my own. Let's start. So first one, Xiaoxing, can you help me to monitor? Because I'm go through. Okay, that's mine. You help me to monitor mine and yours. Okay, 你的是你的，我的是我的。Okay, because so source A confirm agree lah. Okay, agree. Okay, let's move on. Source B from Danny, sorry. I know tomorrow your oral, I don't want you to read too much, but a few of them you help me to read, okay? Right. Okay, then the rest we torture Ziying. She can't hear us. Okay, the rest Ziying read. Okay, you only read short one. Those are behind a long one that Ziying read. Okay, she can't hear. From an article stepping out globally, learning continuously on the official website of the Future Economy Council about Charles and Keith Group's success story. Hey, that's from my previous school. I told you before, right, Coach Wan? Yes, Charles and Keith is a Singaporean fashion, footwear, and accessory retailer. Oh my goodness, this is confirmed positive. And of all the brands to show that Charles and Keith is a Singaporean brand there, Future Economics Council, that means no joke, right? Chelsea, confirm very positive one. Because it's going to, ready? Can you write the 3E? Because it's going to encourage globalization. It's going to ensure that globalization is very good. It's going to entice people to say that globalization is solid. Are you ready to write the 3E? Encourage, ensure, and entice. Back to you, Danny. So I just say that the source is positive, but I need to know whether the source itself here. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you so much. Okay, so source B, Danny.
Charles and Keith Group has expanded to 41 retail stores in Singapore and more than 600 stores worldwide. Besides focusing on being innovative and experimental in its business approach, the group also values high agility in learning and leverages digital technology and strategic branding as key drivers of its global expansion. As a global business, the Charles and Keith Group places much emphasis on talent mobility across borders.
Much emphasis on talent.
Places much emphasis on talent mobility across borders. On this front, the group systemizes talent movement from one country to another to facilitate knowledge and skills transfer. Such movements further allow key talents to gain market and exposure and build more fulfilling careers.
Hey, thank you so much. Well done. This time, the second one is much better. Your tonality is very good, but still a bit certain part very down. Danny, you need the Okay, later I'm going to bring us a new reader all the way from Britain to read the next one. Pei Kun, this one remind me of the tea, right? Pei Kun, are you there, my dear? Pei Kun, I don't want to see your coconut tree there. Pei Kun. Are you there, Pei Kun? Chelsea, you remember that time we talked about the T effect, no? You remember the transfer of knowledge, technology, trade-off, remember? What else do we talk about? The T, all the TTT one. Tourism, remember? The tourism, all the T effect. Then we talk about chapter 8, globalization, correct now? Right, trade and tariff, you know, tariff, taxes, technology, trade-off, all these, thank you. So this one confirmed positive. Not only the provenance say is positive from an article, and also the source itself also explained that, you see, with globalizations, Charles and Keith become, sorry, Taufik, I use Chinese. 赵璇帮我介绍是家喻 What? You dare to tell me what? 你是高华的 It's so popular everywhere.
家喻户晓啊，好吧
Thank you so much. That means it's very popular. The popularity is so like, you know, 每户家庭都知道这个 brand. It's like become 家喻户晓, right? So it's very popularity. Thank you. Right. So I got Chelsea. I got 2 positive already. Agree. Okay. Thank you. And third one. I all the way from Britain. That person is going to read this all the way from Britain. Can you all put your hand together, Mr. Singchen? Would you mind read this? Singchen is how you're going to read that this one. Okay, do the wait. Let me read the prominence first. From a speech, the fundamentals of Singapore foreign policy, then and now, by then Mr. Lee Kuan Yew in April 2009. Hey, bro, Chelsea, confirm positive. All right, you agree with me now, Chelsea? You agree with me now, Zhao Xuan? You agree with me now, Ziying? Right, and Yang Xiang, you agree with me? Confirm positive. If you say negative, I think something wrong. Sorry, you know why, Danny? Because the moment when Lee Kuan Yew started Singapore independence, the first thing he did was to bring the 3I, innovation, investments, and what? The third I, involvements of foreign company. foreign talents, foreign expertise to Singapore, okay, to make Singapore to grow. Okay, back to you, Xing Chen.
As the world changes,
No,
small
that's not
countries
the way
have
you
been
read, right? Please, this morning. You don't read this. Come on, do that one. Do that one. I love it. Come on. Go. Are you ready, Xing Chen? Let's go.
I need to warm up my voice a bit.
No
before I can
need.
do it.
No need. This morning you did not warm up. Damn it. Come on. Go.
As the world changes, small countries have to swiftly adjust their policies and positions in a pragmatic and cynical manner. We have to live with the world as it is, not as we wish it should be.
That's not the way, man.
Singapore
Okay,
has
but not
since
this morning, no.
1965
Hello, it's not like this morning. This one okay, but it's not like Singapore has since 1965. Come on. Singapore has since, carry on.
Since 1965 plugged into the international economic grid. We welcome multinational companies to invest and manufacture in Singapore. As an open economy, we took full advantage of globalization. We, the East Asian countries, have distinguished ourselves from other third world countries by the single-minded emphasis on development. Japan was the earliest to plug itself into the global system, with Hong Kong, Korea, Singapore, and Taiwan following suit from the 1960s. Globalization cannot be reversed because technologies that have made globalization inevitable cannot be uninvented. Singapore has to embrace this reality and remain open to talent, capital, technology, and immigrants to make up for our low birth rate.
Thank you so much, Xing Chen. And I think you all should take this advantage to look at this particular source, because I find it's not only the P, very profound, very professional, and most important, very proficiency in what Mr. Lee Kuan Yew has mentioned. That means his visions and mission statements and objective and goal is not only to make Singapore from the third world to the first world, but at the same time to make Singapore a very renowned, very reputable, and very restructuring. That means you keep doing the three things called, Danny, lifelong learning. Seriously, lifelong learning. And I'm very proud that he mentioned these things. We cannot reverse back to the old way. In fact, globalization, we cannot reverse technology. We have to keep moving forwards. That's why it's the word called the paradigm shift. We need to change from the old ways of school of thoughts to a new way. So excuse me, guys, not you, it's like saying, excuse me, guys, if you're not going to follow the trend, the wave, the next wave come, you're going to be what? Submerged. 你被造成被淹没，对吗？淹没 that means you'll be drowned. And it's true. And it's true, right? 赵轩, remember you just read, 赵轩不见了，赵轩跑去哪里？赵轩 don't go away, 赵轩 very naughty boy go away. So you see, because when you just now when Zhao Xuan mentioned about this the message by the whole paragraph where he said about this President Mr. Habibie was okay. So we'll bring up about why Singapore need to confirm that we are well prepared firsthand. Remember, write down, children, anticipate change and stay relevant. Write down this word. Anticipate change and stay relevant. That means you make people to stay on. Zhao Xuan, Bei Kun, you don't need to stand up, sit down, sit down. Yeah, thank you. Hi. So, Bei Kun, just now we are talking about the T effect, right? The trade-off, the technologies, the tariff, the tourism. Okay, that's about the T effect, about this. So, you must know that this particular things that we are talking about, globalizations, has a very important effects on futures economy and futures perspective, especially right now. Xiaoxing start with S, end with Y, inside got S, inside got B, inside got T, inside got I. Very common now, everyone like to talk about this word. Start with S, inside got Y, sorry. Start with S, end with Y, inside got B, T, I, S. Anyone? 环保. Anyone?
Sustainability.
That's right, man. Yo, write down. Okay, write down anticipate change and stay relevant. Because we want to be true now. And Beikun. That's why you got new water. That's why now you see the rooftop gardens, 种菜啦, 种 apple, 种 they plant papaya la, all these things, right? Yang Xiang, correct no? Right. Then got the solar panel.
Yes.
And then the solar panel on all the HDB, right? Right, correct. Sustainability. Then remember, I think there are some who even have this fish farm for fish, for chicken, reducing mass. So this is positive. So I got 3 agree, right? Chelsea, this one confirm agree one. 3 agree, D, Ziying, your turn. Wait. Ziying, hold on. From a news article published by CNBC on its website in February 2017. I think CNBC, correct me if I'm wrong, can anybody go and Google for me? Is it Canadian Network Broadcasting Corporation? Is it from Canada? I can't remember. The last time I know is it Canada or in the CNBC is a business news channel in the United States. So Central Network may not be Canada already. So what does the CN stand for? Okay, so CNBC is a business news. Okay, business news. So that means it's very reliable, right? New channel in the United States. So it might be positive, negative, or neutral. I don't know yet, right? So let's read about it. For me, I think because of Donald Trump recently want to pull out from the backgrounds told me that Donald Trump will pull out. Maybe, I don't know. Let's move on. Let's go. See?
After more than a year of consulting over 9,000 stakeholders, the Committee on Future Economy, initiated by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, unveiled its recommendations on how Singapore economy can be reshaped and remain relevant to the world. For Singapore, globalization is still the future, despite dark shift to protectionism. We saw neighborless policies.
No, we saw nativist politics
And protectionist economies growing in strength and influence in Europe and the US. The anti-globalization trend.
Excuse me, this is not Americans, this is British, right? You don't anti me. It's anti.
The anti-globalization trend will undermine international trade, hurting all economies, but particularly small open ones like Singapore, with 2/3 of our gross domestic product generated by external demand. We can build a value-creating economy that is open and connected to the world, offering a multitude of opportunities with sustainable wage growth and meaningful careers, said Minister Heng Swee Keat, who chairs the CFE. The CFE said that one strategy was to continue to work to reduce trade barriers and tariffs.
Okay, Chelsea, you saw that? Trade barriers, tariff, the T effect, number 1. Number 2, remember about sustainable wages? So now even the wages itself, we are talking about sustainability. Can you write down all these 3 words, please? I just realized these 3 words is super important. Please write down somewhere. Multitudes of opportunity. Please write down this word, please. Please. Okay, that means globalization can bring a multitude of opportunities. Write down, please. Yang Xiang, I hope you can hear me. Oh, is it Taufik out already? Taufik is not there, right? Okay, never mind. Okay, let's move on. Oh, thanks, Pei Kun. I saw it. Consumer News and Business Channel. Thank you so much. What do you think? Let's ask Xiao Xing. Do you think this is positive or neutral? It cannot be negative, right? Correct, right? I don't think it's negative. What do you think?
Neutral, I guess.
Neutral. Why neutral? I also thinking of neutral, but then we talk about the GDP and the growth and the multitude of opportunity. That means 很多非常的很庞大的 opportunity. Like back to you.
But I feel like it's not tied to Singapore in any way. So it would not say...
You talk about Heng Swee Keat, then you also talk about the growth. Okay, well, carry on.
it's not really like tied down to Singapore. It doesn't have to say everything that makes Singapore good one.
Okay,
It's
and that's why I agree with you. I agree. Not the whole entire source, certain point, right? Okay, so guys, now you understand Ziying, Bei Kun. So when you're doing this kind of 10 marks questions, 不要直接就是 agree not agree, Zhao Xuan. Those of you, Danny, when you're doing history also the same, okay? You must always prepare 3 columns. If your teacher say 2 columns, no. No 呢，一定要举一反三，听过这句话吗？赵学，举一反三不是举一反二，听过这句话吗？三思，赵学，三思什么？三思什么？
三思而后行。
对了，三思而后行。还有什么？三五什么？哈哈，我终于打倒赵学了。
啊，三五成群。
真是的，哎呀，真是，我以为你猜不到。你不觉得全部都有三吗？还有一个三心
二意。
三心两意啊。
三心二意。
二意吗？
呀，二意。
对不起，二意，对，三心二意，对不对？对不起，对。还有三更。
三更半夜。
You see, all 3 right? So go for the 3. Thank you very much. I enjoy doing this kind of 成语. Seriously, I really love it. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. Xiao Xing, I will 暂时temporary I agree with you neutral. Can you put that neutral? Let's talk about the last 2, right? E. Okay, from a commentary by a local writer. Local writer. I don't know grooming Singaporeans to be global citizens who can thrive anywhere, published in today's today's a new paper. It's a special another newspaper on 4th. So okay, I will put positive. Thank you so much. May I have Bei Kun? Hello, Bei Kun.
Yes.
Can end outwards. Are you able to read, Bei Kun?
Okay. Source E, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Can an outward-looking strategy still work in a world where major economies are turning protectionist? Singapore has responded to the anti-globalization sentiment by championing internationalization even more strongly. There is a great deal of uncertainty among Singaporeans about the future of the world economy and what this means for the business environment and job market in Singapore. Insular attitudes cannot work. While Singaporeans are already globally minded, with many people being both well-traveled and well-informed, we need to foster an adventurous spirit, a collectively held willingness to embrace the world and seek out new opportunities. Agility and adaptiveness are required if Singaporeans is to succeed in a rapidly changing world.
So that means I was right. Moving forward, thank you so much, Bei Kun. Moving forward, and thank you for telling me, Bei Kun, about the Consumer News and Business Channel. So that means this one is like, that means Xiao Xing, with this CNBC, that means consumer, that means he's impartial, that means he has no hidden agenda. That means he's impartial. 仪式什么？赵璇，赵璇不见了。Yes, Taufik, you want to say something? You raise your hand. Taufik, no. 赵璇 can I? 赵璇，仪式什么 ？Okay, never mind. 一视同仁。So, Xiao Xing, you're right. Maybe because one, because consumer, that means he has no main objective. 一视同仁听过哈，赵璇。So that means that it's on impartial ground. That means I right now I do not have any vested interest of saying something good or bad. I'm just on the consumer. I want to be fair to my consumer when they are making a choice. Get it now, Danny? So I'm impartial. So sometimes joke don't mind Danny. Sometimes your daddy, mommy might be quarreling small things. Then your mommy say, 你说是 daddy 对还是 mommy 对? Then Danny will say, none of my business. Bye bye. You move away. Correct. So unless they threaten you, you better say I'm good. If not, you got no pocket money, then no choice. Then you will cite the one who give you the people's pocket money. Right, 赵贤呢？哎呀，真是怎么可以这样吃里扒外？不可以 ，cannot not do that. All right, just kidding. All right, so thank you so much for your reads. But you know which word tells me that it's very strongly positive because the word even more strongly. So this tells me that no matter how this writer has done his research right now, because this writer also can be neutral, no? Even though it's positive, Chelsea, he also can be neutral, meaning that he has no vested interest of saying that, but he support globalization. But that doesn't mean that it's a views that shared by others. So if this E can be typicality, it can be also because of one-sided. So E, and if I'm not wrong, there's these questions about E, right? Yeah, you see, study E and F are both sources useful in telling Singaporeans preparing for globalizations. Okay. F, Chelsea, are you ready? Oh, nothing, sorry. So nothing to say. An infographic from the committees of DCCs again, so it's also positive. So there are 7 strategies were not displayed in full on the blog. Okay, so there are few. So these are all the strategy here. I'm so sorry about it because it's a big blur. So these are all the strategies. So we know these are all the strategies here. So we have the 4 corners again. Okay. So anyway, these strategies are referring to this one, this one, this one, and this one, right? So there are 3 strategies out of 7 strategies. So what it means that committees of the future economies recommendations that we need to moving forwards to have a lifelong learning, to have more employability, to have more sustainability, to provide climate changes, to provide a multiracial diversity so that all Singaporeans have equal job opportunities. No Singaporeans is going to be left out. We have these recommendations. How can we make Singapore moving forwards? And this is how the recommendations. Out of these 2, which one do you think is more useful? To me, of course, it's F lah, right? Agree not? Ziying and Danny and Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan, right? Okay, Yang Xiang, you agree? I think this is more. Okay, this is a local writer. That's where he get all the information. But this is the whole community that work together. Don't forget, if there's any community, even though it's a one organization, okay, one typicality, but inside the organization, there are a lot of researchers and a lot of analysis people, a surveyor. So they are collating all the data to analyze and what Taufik say, data is true. Okay, so this is positive. So A, B, C, D, E, F. I got 5 positive and 1 neutral. 对吗, Chelsea? Is it, Chelsea? I got 5 positive and 1 neutral. How about, okay, come. Time is not on our side. Can you just quickly tell me, all right, how many positive and negative have you all chosen? Is it same as mine? If you say same, just like same. If you are different, just tell me how many positive and negative you have or neutral. Quickly. Type in the Zoom chat, please. Thank you. No, nobody type. Thank you so much. Wow, I like that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Chelsea. How about the rest of you? Taufik, can you turn on your camera? Next, we're going to move on. How do we respond to tensions arising from social, for some economic impacts of globalizations, right? So same thing, I think I've been asked the same thing again. Which one has the most impact? I feel that individuals is the one. You guys can choose companies and countries. I leave it to you. So a global economy is this. Okay, I just go quickly if you don't mind. All right. And then we talk about 2017, there are 15 countries or regions have reached the economy of 2 trillion GDP. And these are all the countries, just to take notes. But the next one I'm going to move on is how is the benefits, the entry of benefit or trade-off. Remember the T effects. Huh? Yeah, have the T effects. No, this one don't have, not here. Okay, so what's the T effect, the trade-off? What do you trade off? That means, can you write down? The words is called opportunity cost. Okay, opportunity cost. Economic growth is one of the benefits for countries due to globalizations. Remember the trade-off. What do we gain from having globalizations? What do we get? Okay, one of them is a free trade agreements. Please write down. Okay, Taufik, take note of free trade agreements. Okay, so for instance, Singapore and the US signed a free trade agreements to come about so that they allow these type of things to trade off, which Singapore needs a lot of this here, because this is where all of you comes in. Okay, Singapore has no natural resources. The only resources we have is the brain power, that is you. That's why you come to Singapore, right? It's your brain, it's your expertise, it's your commitment for anticipate change and stay relevant, and leadership is key. And the state of all opportunity for everyone, reward for work, work for reward, is called meritocracy. Because this country, regardless of race, language, or religions, we give all equals opportunities, right? So this increase that make people to come here to invest on us. So this one, please, this one can be found in the textbook. Also the same individual. Like I keep on mentioning individuals because I find that, you agree with me now, Zhao Xuan? A small spark will cause the entire forest to be burned down. You agree? 煽风点火，对吗？听过这个成语 right? 煽风点火 right? It starts off with a small spark, then boom, the whole entire forest can be burned down. So I realized the spark itself is an individual. Today, if we do not have Steve Jobs, Microsoft, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, Jack Ma from Alibaba, or all these, you wouldn't be here today. That's what I feel. Okay, so individuals play a very, very important. Because one day you guys are individuals of your own boss. You might come out a new technology, a new business plan, a new strategies, a new business model, set up a new company, and from this small company become a SME to MNC to globalizations. Okay, so how do we respond? We talk about it now. This is a topic just now we talked, because I need to go through it. In fact, there are 72 slides. Can we end at 10:30, Zhi? Can okay, so everyone agree, because Zhi Ying say must end 10:30. So you are not happy with this, then you go and find Zhi Ying. You 去他家找他，you go and go to your house and look for her. 鸡蛋糕害我到10点半，不可以跟我 boyfriend girlfriend 聊天 ，went to bed lor. Okay, no lah, no. I'll do my best. Okay, I'll do my best. So this one just skip through. Okay, now let's go through this one. Okay, this one is all can be found in your textbook. Please go and read through your textbook. Okay, right? Like this one here. This one usually will come out. All of you listen. Xing Chen, Danny, Zhi Ying, Bei Kun, Yang Xiang, Zhao Xuan, Qiao Xing, and Taufik. This one will come out in the SRQ, comparing between MNC and SME. Is SME important or not? Okay. Okay, let's go about this one here. Now take note of this, children. Okay, being part of globalization world, chapter 8, 9, 10, and 11. These are the four. Then we're going to talk about issue 3. Now we are talking about economic impacts of countries, impacts on companies and individuals. Quickly go through this one. I think I find it very interesting. So we are talking about global economy because of this one, transportation. Remember the T effect. Let's run through quickly. Multinational companies, McDonald's increased employment, but at the same time, it eroded some traditional cultural food. Hey, have you all tried the McDonald's Laksa, the Laksa burger?
Planning to try, maybe tomorrow.
Update me.
Okay.
Tell me, you see, Laksa is actually our local Singapore flavor. So you see now McDonald's is taking over like the Laksa burger. And then during Chinese New Year or during Hari Raya, they have their own specialties of burger, right? So they are actually hybrid them together. Okay, driving force. Okay, just a quick one. I just run as many slides as I can. So talk about economic growth and downturn. Just now we saw the little red dot riding the wave, right? Okay, so criteria that determine the impact of a country economy. Right now, base, right now. Remember the T effect. right? Agriculture, people need food. Remember recently, Zhao Xuan, the Ukraine, they got all the grains of wheat side, the grain side. So they open out the seaport to allow them to deliver the grains or the wheats or the agriculture to other countries. Manufacturing importance because we need manufacturing to continue the economy to run like machineries, okay? So tourism, yes, you know, during the 2 years of pandemic, countries like Thailand are really affected by downturns of tourism. Trade investment like Singapore like that. Singapore, we talk about business hub, banking hub, okay? So yes, so this one done. So improve of infrastructures for country, provide a great variety of foods and services. Yes, therefore most countries trying to leverage on opportunity for participation. If you can take this picture down, especially the last sentence, the magic word is there for most countries trying to leverage on the opportunities for participation. So because some countries need other countries' expertise in technology, or even like Singapore, we need agriculture, all right? Now this one is important. If you can, because I need to cover as many slides as possible. Okay, limited natural resources to support productions of its own. So no choice, we need to import and export, remember? That is called trade. Small domestic or local markets, so that's the problem. So what's the solution? Like Xingchen, you mentioned like Xingchen, we need to do tradings. We need economic tradings. That's why the external is important, like securities, right? Because if those goods and services are air, land, and sea transport to Singapore and it's being attacked by terrorism, or being boycotted by other countries, cannot bring the goods and services to Singapore, 完蛋了. That's the end, right? So Singapore, foreign investment. Just take note of all these things, the I invest, okay? The involvement, investment, and innovations. Right, let's go solutions. Yeah, foreign investment, as you know, you see so much money there. Look at this. That's why, you all got, most of you are Singaporean and PR, right? Do you know you all can get the SGST voucher? I got a few $100, you know I pay good. But my wife don't get anything. Very good, very good. Because you know why? Her income is enough to cover. So, 道贤，因为 Uncle Raymond 穷宽蛋，因为我全部赚的钱全部给老婆了，所以我没有钱。所以政府可怜我，给我钱。Danny, I see, good husband. All the money give to my wife, 赵贤。
有一句话说私房钱不要讲，所以要讲小声一点。
咱们都是男人都知道嘛，要收一点私房钱。Okay, just kidding, okay. So no, I'm just kidding anyway. What I'm saying that this GST vouchers, all the monies from taxes that you see the governments give back to the to the citizens, like the GST vouchers, the rebates of the PUB bills. Okay. Okay, Taufik, you must take note of the free trade agreements. This is a very important treaties. Yeah, Xiao Xing, another T is called the treaties. All right, take note of the treaties across the borders. So the benefits. Okay, this is the benefits. Take notes. That's what Singapore have here. Textile, chemicals. This is in the 1965. Bei Kun, the Singapore started textile, 就是缝衣服, the clothes manufacturing of. You know about Levi's, right? That day I told you, right? Levi's are now being manufactured in Cambodia or even in the third world country because of the cheap labor costs. Okay, there's a US snapshot. Why was USS important? Because you cut down a lot of taxes and allow. Okay, the impact negative. Okay, never mind. This one you just take note. Competitions. Okay, you reduce competition, but because Singapore government signed the FTA, it gives Singapore a better advantages to do business in a more freer way and less taxes and more, not so much more, you see, maybe you see competition with local products may be more competitive now, more expensive. But because of they allow the imports of other goods to Singapore, we make it competitive. Who benefit now, Qiao Xing? Who benefit now, Zhao Xuan? In Singapore, who is the one who benefit? If I export a lot of things from different countries, then local brands like Charles and Keith, like BreadTalk, all these things, Din Tai Fung is not local, sorry. Who benefits, guys? Yang Xiang, who do you think you benefit?
Wait, sorry?
Who will benefits with all these things? They say expensive, right? Competitions are more expensive with local brands. So will you buy Charles and Keith shoes, or you will buy Bata? You know, Bata is not local
Charles
brand.
and Keith,
Why?
because the quality better ma. Bata means buy and throw away ma.
Oh, that's BATA, oh.
Yeah lah.
Buy and throw away. Yeah, well
Yeah.
done. Okay, now if another brand say Uniqlo, you know Uniqlo, right? And then Cotton
Yes.
On, right? Uniqlo, Cotton On, Adidas, Sports, what? Royal Sporting House, all those brand, then let's say you want to buy a track shoe. Which one will you buy? Who benefit in the end? It's you, right?
Yeah, the
Consumer, right?
consumer, yeah.
Yeah. So consumer has a benefit. Of course, if you are another say Yang Xiang's shoes, for example, you special in Yang Xiang shoe. Okay, maybe you call it a YX shoes. That's your name. But then competition comes in for other countries. You feel very pinched in your pocket. Right? Initially, you dominate the Singapore market. Then suddenly got competitors come in. Of course, you're not happy, right? But the benefit is for consumers. So you see, that's why there's this word called protectionism. They want to protect their own peoples, their own economies, which is, I don't know, it's a chicken and egg, good and bad. Because we don't want to let people to monopolize. That means to take, being taken by one or two groups of business, okay? Really, I told you I got 70 over slide now. I just do my best. You see, this is very important. In times of economics downturns, withdraw investment or reduce demands of goods and services. So that's where the retrenchment. Retrenchment is the worst things that you can happen. But once you retrench, you need the re-employment. So in a globalization world, you retrench the old workers, which is our aging populations. But then you need to have a new group of people coming in. Okay, yesterday when I was attending my first aid, one of my police officers is doing security, he told me, do you know now a lot of youngsters are taking security jobs? That means security guard, security officer, cyber security. So this is a very popular industry now in Singapore. Because of certain downturn, you cannot get people from overseas. Why? Because to replace these quotas of people working in Singapore. So it needs local people now to run the business, to do the job. So security officer. Hey, Zhao Xuan, if it's $120 per day to work 12 hours shift for security, you think it's worth it? So 1 hour, $10, right? Around there, right? If it's 120 for 12 hours, that means your 12-hour shift as a security officer. It's not every hour you must stand there and do security guard, right? Of course, in between got rest lah. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very worth it.
Worth it. So can you imagine you work 5 days, how much is it already? 1 month. So plus incentive or bonuses. Then depends on what shift, right? 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So yeah, this now you understand, because that is the things that, remember, you need learning and learning again. So take note of this one. This one important. 2008 global financial crisis speak right now. Okay, and then the triggers of USA, the fall of stock markets, the decline. So just now you see the wave of the tsunami, the what do you call this? The dog running on the wave, but inside got a graph to show. Affected employments more than 50 million in the worldwide. Is it in US? Yeah, I think so, because I'm not sure. I think it's in US. Okay, the Great Recessions. They are saying the Great Recession is coming along the way. You see, 2008. The cycle is like that, Zhao Xuan. Every 10 years, there will be a recession of inflations or very great wave of recession coming. Recession is not nice. Recession means there's a lot of unemployment. So in A level, if you study economy, you'll know what it means by recession, inflation, and depression, right? Danny, 1928 was a Great Depression, right?
Yeah.
After the Great Depression, Hitler took this opportunity, right, to throw away the Weimar government. That was one of the reasons, the depressions, that Hitler gained power, right? He used this example. 危机就是机会吗?
Not really though. I mean, it's a contributing factor because the main factor was the hyperinflation from the TOV.
Correct. But this TOV leads slowly to Great Depression because of thanks to the US stock exchange, right? It crashed. So it affects the whole world. So from that history, you can tell we cannot always depend on US market. But sadly to say, now they are dominating. So now the focus is in like China, one road, one belt, and others economies like the European unions, you see. So can I use the word, Danny? Don't put all eggs into one basket and don't depend on one particular economies. Just like 投资, right? You don't put money in one bank. Do you know because of Great Depressions, a lot of people put money in the bank, gone. Okay. Give me 2 more slides. Can please 2 more slides?
But like US, they don't allow it.
Don't allow what, sorry?
Like they against other trading routes, like other economy routes.
Yeah. Isn't it very unfair? No, joke, Danny. Danny and Ziying don't mind. Joke. I mean, if, let's say I'm your father or your father, let's say, you don't just go for one, 什么赵轩为了一棵树放下整个森林，对吗? You know, right? There's this saying, right? No, you don't go for one boyfriend, right? If you're still young, you got a few boyfriends to select or few schools to select, correct? Right? Or next year you have a few poly and JC, right? You don't just because your friend go to that JC or your friend go to that particular poly you follow, right? You have to follow your own interest. That's more important, right? So maybe I cannot work with US. It doesn't mean I cannot work with others. You cannot force me, right? And then you talk so much about democracy, free trade. You're forcing people to do things that's not fair. That's why I feel it now. Okay. So same thing, right? Right. Imagine your father say, "Oh, this boy is good. You must marry him." Oh, sorry, you got no chemistry. Sorry, not true now. 哦，因为他是青梅竹马，我就要这样哦，赵轩。如果你要选老婆，以后那个你妈咪讲说，哦，那个是你青梅竹马的，我不喜欢的就是不喜欢 ，I don't like her means I don't like her, correct? I'm looking for another. So same thing like Danny, the US are forcing people on that. Okay, this one is another one. You see, okay, I just put it. American company dominated global. You see, yeah, right now you see, forcing people to drink Pepsi. And then the worst thing, I want to choose Sprite. Coca-Cola, also American brand. Why can't I drink my own local brand? Force me to do all these things. So you see, that doesn't mean it's very good. Huh? You see, look at it. Is there any brand that is not American so far? If you walk on the street in Orchard Road, now they are getting more, like A&W also American brand. Right? Wendy also American brand. KFC also. You realize that, but then again, you cannot deny the fact they create employment. Okay, last slide for this today. Look here, these are all the local brands, right? Charles & Keith, Bread Talk, Careful. These are all the property companies. So many Singaporean companies gain higher profit by going global as they expand. You see, doesn't mean that American brand comes in. We are local brands also come in. Agree not? 50 years ago, nobody want to buy China product. They say only Xiong Mao Pai, Chan Cheng Pai, or whatever Pai, not reliable. Same thing in the Kia and Hyundai. Nobody like to buy Korean car, but on the road now you can see a lot of Korean car. So it's a very fair and healthy competitions with Japanese car, with German's car. Hey, Zhao Xuan, I'm waiting for China car to come in. My younger son keep asking me to buy the T. Know which T? Anyone can tell me what T? The T.
Tesla.
Yeah, I will never buy it.
Isn't that American car?
Yeah, I will never buy it. 你打死我，我不会买。You
especially the recent accident, that one.
No, the accident even is 100% free, safe. 你送给我, you give me, I also won't drive. Yeah, why? Because I don't
just sell it.
Yeah, of course I'll sell it. Of course I'm not so stupid. I'll sell, I get the money and buy another brand car. Either I buy a Japanese. I'm waiting for, hey, you know what? If you watch this 奔跑吧兄弟, you watch that? The first episode with the Lu Han one. You got see the car no? The car is made in China one, right? You know that? Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Why they don't come to Singapore? Why? You see the car no? Of course, beside Angela baby sitting in the car, that one different story. Okay. 美女配美丽的车, that one different things. Then all the other cars, all the guys not nice. Okay, fine. Okay. But Cao Xuan, no, why don't have the car, the brand that comes to Singapore? Yeah, because you see, it takes time. It will. Trust me, I tell you.
I think they have, but then it's just that it's not the brand anymore. Like, you know, the Proton in Malaysia.
Oh, no. That one I won't buy, sorry.
That one is actually, it got bought by the Chinese company.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
about it. Oh, I know the engine is from Mitsubishi. Okay,
Like
but
Proton is bought by the
really?
Chinese company. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
all the designs are like those China cars like that.
Oh, okay. Then let me I go and Google and research it. But because like last time nobody will buy China handphone, right? Now you see Oppo, Xiaomi, Huawei. In fact, on my desk, I think most of them except one of the brand. Lenovo is made on China, right? Lenovo is from China.
Apple or Vivo?
No, Vivo is one. Lenovo is also from China because formerly it was IBM. Right in front of my desk is everything Lenovo. Last time I used to buy Taiwan brand, Asus and Acer. And now my front is, I'm just waiting for the car to come Singapore. That is made in China.
So my PLD is also Lenovo.
What is that? PLD, what? Personal laptop?
Personal learning device.
There's a Chinese, this 字典, right? Creative, you see? It's, now you realize China also make bullet train, right? And you look at India, where's the bullet train? Look at the way they take the train. Scary, man. They can sit on top of the train. I mean, on top of the train. You go and see on the bullet train in China, you see where you fly like hell. No? It becomes, I'm sitting on China bullet train. Boom, the next moment, excuse me, where are you? But in India, very sarcastic. In India, you see on the train, you can very safe can reach from one destination to the other, provided the train don't collapse. I'm very sarcastic because it's not the people, it's the governments are being corrupted. I cannot take it when governments are corrupted. And you destroy the fabric of the citizens, right? People in the countries is the most important, okay? So thank you for this one here. I got still a lot of slides. I may not know when I'm going to cover the rest of the slide, but because next month we have new things to share, new things to do, so I have to follow the patterns. So next one, I have to look through what I'm going to teach you guys to bring up the new things so that you all are covered well. Taufik, are you there? All right. So any questions? I don't want to take your time. So tomorrow you're going to go to school. Okay, I'm going to watch my TikTok later. So guys, yeah, the past few days, I have no time to watch TikTok. I've been studying my first aid. Every day repeat the same question. Hey, I got 91, I got 45 questions, I got 3 wrong. Then part B, I got 10 questions, I got 1 wrong. But then once I overlooked the questions. So that's repeat. Now repeat is the masters of all skills. Okay, I'm so sorry. It might very down, but no choice. Okay, I would like to seek your cooperations and understanding that you can do B and C and D. All right. So if you can complete the B, C, D, Taufik, if you need this, I can send it to you. May I suggest now, if you are all no violence objections, I will send the lesson plan to your personal handphone so that you can open up your handphone, print it out, and for the next 2 months, we can do all the questions, okay? I'm going to give you one of the questions. Let me see. So anyway, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, you must do all this here if you can.